it's on right now because it's anything you do.
I don't always like videos, but when I do, I always prefer Road Dog Crypto. Trade wisely, my friends.
Gary was a man who thought he could do crypto, sharing at the SEC.
You lock what you see. Then please subscribe only. And if you like what we do, then smash that like button too.
Are you trying to find financial freedom by trading and investing in them there cryptocurrencies? But are you having a hard time being profitable and making them winning trades? Well, you can get all that knowledge and a whole lot more just by watching the Crypto Chart School playlist over here at the Road Dog Crypto channel. You just go right down here where it says Chart School, you click that full playlist, and voila! They got all the knowledge right there.
None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Stepping like Marty McFly, stepping I feel like the guy. I got them looking like why, I never doubted me why, I never doubted my guys. You know you in it for win, I stand on 10, you on 10. I don't have friends of a friend, only the fan of the kin. Only my wife and my kids, that's all I needed to win. Now I only trust my true friends, had to cut off my loose ends. You know I win if you win, you know you win if I win. I swipe that cash, don't fold, I swipe my bank on gold. Don't think that I've been dumb, I spend like I've been broke. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Living my truth, no tricks. I'm trying to feed my kids. I'm trying to keep my way. I'm trying to live my life while we get rich. Mind my business. Money gon' come, some go. Man, if you know, you know. I've been through highs and lows. Here for the ride, I go. Slide and roll. Up and down, but I get up. The numbers crunching, no sit-ups. I grew up and got dripped up. Purple label, my get up. That's 101, not a run and done. Month to month, and there's more to come. I told Cushy, let's run it up. Now it's millions on millions. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on hold. None of my cash can fold, none of my cars are gold. Digital dash on gold. Cash digital, digital, digital. The dash digital, go, go, go. Digital, 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 digital. The cash digital, digital, the dash digital. Run it up, digital, 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 digital. Double A, double up. Yeah. Double A, double up. The money I color up. Color up. Double A, double up. The money I color up. Color. 2 turns of 4, 4 turns of 8. Sleep and get paid. Rich when I wait. I bet the bank. I set the pace. Guess what I make? trending topic. You got this and you got that, but got no spending options. I keep quiet, but still get it rocking. I keep quiet with it in my pocket. I keep quiet, moving stuff for silent. Double up, double up, double up. The money I call up, call up, call up, call up, call up, call up, call up. Double up, double up, double up. The money I call up, call up, call up, call up, call up, call up, call up. I swear God been blessing me. You think you been testing me? Don't mean lemons, watch lemons squeeze. Pieces been my recipe. You buy watch and bust them down. Mine is my investment piece. Heard your mix is drowning out. You need to call Trevor, please. I don't fold, I don't fear. Pearly whites, no veneers. Keep it clean, check it's clear. Water clear, P is clear. See the light, you go dear. See the light, I go near. Let me shine, watch me shine. I'ma shine, vision clear. Double up, double up, double up. The money I call up, call up, call up, call up, call up, call up, call up. Double up, double up, double up. The money I call up, call up.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Call up, call up, call up, call up.
Going up, don't look down.
It's 10 seconds to go time. Will he make it this time? Can he hit that button on time? It would be a miracle if he could. I don't think so. Booyah. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto Charts with the Road Dogg. My name is Lane and I am your guide tonight. Got some interesting things to talk about. We can get into the charts and get into all that yummy goodness, but what I've got to give you is a little OG gold that you need to know this. So, you know, there's certain things that I like to go over, overall crypto strategy, crypto plan, and sometimes I don't feel like I make that as clear, but I did stumble across some information that kind of lays that out in kind of a graphical sense, and we can go over that and just kind of go over these whole concepts in a nutshell, what we should be doing when to actually make that life-changing money. I don't think this is talked about enough, and we're going to talk about it tonight. And shout out to everybody who's joined me tonight. Strega, Dave P, how's it going, baby? Dave P, I don't have a picture for you yet. Suddenly I'm thinking of a sticker that I see on the back of trucks. Will I go there or not? I don't know. And Ahmed, and there's Joe from Trade Intuition. Joe put out a video today. You guys want to check that out, man. I think Joe's starting to set a new standard for a cool way to present these videos. I like how he's doing, like, he'll lay his video out talking about the coin and going over everything. And then he kind of just puts it into, what do you call a time. He goes out, you see him chart out everything and put his little ideas together and make his, you know, he makes very nice looking charts, very detailed looking charts. And he puts it where you just see it going out, and then he'll come back and then break it down and talk to you. So you see, it's a time lapse. A time lapse is what it is. Just a really cool format. I never thought about doing that, and that just looks wild. So if you ever see my format take on something similar to that, I stole it from Joe. No, great job, Joe. And here's the thing about it. You pay attention. In between all that stuff is all the meaty alpha about what to do at certain levels, things to look for. He's spelling it out for you, the things and how to layer in and do your positions and what your options are. That's the gold. That's the alpha. That's what Joe can offer over on Trade Intuition. Check him out. Show him some love and subscribe to that channel, man. Joe. Guys, I got to do a quick plug for Tangem Wallet because, hey, man, it helps pay all these freaking subscriptions that I've got to have to run this channel. Using the code word DOG will save you 10% off of their products over there. And as they get more popular, I see prices going up. So you get that discount, maybe a 3-card set, 2-card set, whatever they got. I will save you 10% with discount code DOG. Crypto market, just a quick look, man. Taking a look at these top 100s over here on the daily, doing pretty good. Ooh, Go Stacks hit that pith up to 66 cents. I'm no longer pithed at you. Tal 567 hanging out there. Got some good things going on overall. Bitcoin nice and juicy. Saw a pro trader lose his crap today, and I won't go into details, but the general rule is plan the trade, trade the plan, and it's interesting when you see people not do that. Anyway, let's get over to this alpha. Then let's go quickly over this. Secrets of crypto, man. This is some old stuff, man. You'll see this thing dated. Look, May 2nd, 2021. This is OG alpha right here. It still applies. Might have to update or thinking on some of this stuff. This is the plans. They can make out some very valid points. You may have seen some of the things that we bring up before, but we're just going to kind of roll through this and follow him on Twitter. There's a real one and then there's a fake one. This was at Secrets of capital O Crypto. But it says below is a thread of infographics I've created on the most important lessons to learn about crypto investing. These are the principles I use to make generational wealth, and I hope that they will guide you to do the same. So shout out to him for sharing this, man. These are some things that I have learned, and it's taken a while to get these down, but now here we're just going to go all over a bunch of them. May not even make it through all of them, but you got the sources where you can go do your homework and learn some stuff, and we'll talk about this continually. These are the things that you need to kind of realize, and maybe you haven't even thought about some of these concepts. This is how successful multimillionaires were made in the previous 4-year cycle. Now, this is back in 2021. He's talking about some earlier things. Learn from our experiences. My friends and I accumulated altcoins in 2016, comparable to 2020. By 2018, there were 2 types of altcoiners that came out of this cycle, and this is where he gets this cool graphic. And I hope you guys can see that. Both altcoiners spent $10,000 accumulating altcoins in 2016. You got altcoiner A, altcoiner B. This is how altcoiner A stacked up, ended up being set for life. Altcoiner B did this and made, some mistakes here and there that are so easy to do. And not many people talk about how to avoid them. This is a good first step to have that conversation today. Let's go over it. $10,000 in the market. Altcoiner A believes that crypto will be a big part of the future. Altcoiner B believes that crypto is an emerging market where he can make lots of money. It's cash in on, baby. We're gonna play our trader game. Nothing wrong with that. Altcoiner A, his altcoins did a 10x in Satoshi value during this time. Bitcoin has 3x in dollar value. He now has $300,000 sitting in his wallet, man. What does he do? He sells 10%. Altcoiner B, his altcoins did a 10x in Satoshi value. During this time, Bitcoin also 3x in dollar value. He now has $300,000. He sells most of it. Ooh, baby, payday. Take that profit, baby. It's selling almost all of it. Did you catch that? Did that catch up to you? Did that catch up to you? As the market goes on, altcoiner A keeps selling 10% of his remaining altcoins as Bitcoin does another 10x. Now that maybe got a iffy Bitcoin doing a 10x. I think maybe what he said, or maybe one way to interpret it, or one way to maybe apply it more in today's scenario is when you see your altcoins going up in that Bitcoin value, say your altcoins increase in Bitcoin value by 3, 4, 5, maybe 10x. You need to be paying yourselves, but not getting all out. 10%. While all this is going on, and Mr. Altcoin A is up to a hypothetical $2.5 million from this move, holding on and not getting out too early. Altcoiner B's gotten upset because he sold so early, and he's had to buy the dips, and he's buying them, a lot of times near the top, chasing those candles. Altcoiner A continues selling 10% of his bags as they keep going up in value, as we keep spiking out on those big God candles that come, those big, when everybody's, woohoo, look at that gun today. Everybody's excited. That's when he's taking this profit, but not all of it. Not all of it. Altcoin to be up here. Man, I could have been a millionaire. And he's trying to jump in. He's buying those ICOs, some of the new things coming out. And, you know, it's getting toward the peak of the bubble. And it seems like, okay, this is working. Makes improvement. I mean, come up. He's got $500,000. Turn 10,000 to 500. That's notable. Turn it into 300,000. Notable. Altcoin Ray, though, still just a little bit at a time as this market unfolds and this bull market unfolds, because we got another 18 months, maybe a little longer, to peel off a little bit. This one kind of shot his wad a little bit earlier. Now, the last one's kind of wild, but set for life, it says at the end of the market, he realized he can achieve financial freedom and decides to retire with millions of dollars. Holds tons of altcoins that go to 95%, negative 95%. He loses a few $1 million worth of altcoin, but hey, hard to make a dent in the gains as he's realized. Well, you know, that's, call it for what it is. That's a little bit of a, but I mean, not impossible, but I'm a little exaggerated. While the other guy holds his altcoins and they go to negative 95%. If you stay in them, then yeah, you just rode the elevator up and all the way back down. You just did this for the ride and for all the worry and heartbeat and anxiety that it gave you. That was your gift. That's what you got out of it. So, but it came out with $200,000 from $10,000. He did good. He still thinks he's a genius. But the tortoise and the hare is what we got going on here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you play that tortoise card, and I've said it all the time, the real money is made by the people who get in, stay in, and play it very slowly. Now, you can get in. Now, what I did, I've got my slow account. I've got my turtle account. I've got my bags packed. That was the whole goal. What I've done through this channel and pointing out, buying those bottoms, these altcoins. And we've had some juicy chances to not do that once, but twice, and sometimes even 3 times to get down at those bottoms and accumulate those altcoins. That's been my strategy. I'm aiming for Bitcoin. I'm in here for Bitcoin. I'm not in here for fiat. And we'll get into another interesting thing about this. Now, you guys have probably seen this, and this is very crucial to understanding how altcoins perform. May 2nd, 2021, Secrets posted this. It says, when altcoin season, it says, don't focus on the date, but understand how the money flows. The duration of phases are parabolic. I mean, first, it takes the longest, and last, it goes the fastest. So it starts out slow, making some steady gains, and then it just packs. It goes quick, hard, fast, and heavy. And some of these phases will overlap and can temporarily reverse. They can go up, right? We're almost there. Oh, what happened? Everything just went down. Are we buying the dip? There's like 30% pullbacks and up to 30% pullbacks in Bitcoin. You can get a 40% pullback in some altcoins. Are you ready for that? I mean, understand that this is part of the game. So it says to prepare accordingly. Let's pull this graphic up. I've seen this one around a lot. I'll start featuring this one on the channel here because this is important. This is how it works. Now, phase 2, we get to Ethereum. Some may argue, but that's a little bit irrelevant. Some may also argue, well, maybe, honey, you just hold on because you ain't seen nothing yet. We'll see. We may have to make some adjustments on our theories a little bit. It may still be playing out just according to plan, baby. So here's what we got. Altcoin season is a function of the market due to new participants flooding into crypto around the same time. As I say, we're kind of testing this weekend areas to see, man, hey, man, is retail coming in? Because when it does, we're going to see things kind of get exciting on the weekends. You'll see more money. These weekend traders coming in. We can tell. Right now, we're not seeing that, but I am seeing institutional FOMO. I've got to talk about that, and I've got it written down. Institutional FOMO, I can make an argument for that and show you on the chart. You ever heard that rumor, that thing? Show me the charts, I'll show you the news. I've got a great example of that to show you after we get through some of this. All right, so everybody's flooding in the crypto at the same time, right? This is usually triggered by the Bitcoin mining supply halving every 4 years, which causes a surge in price or a sudden loss in faith of centralized fiat currency. Sound familiar? The duration of the phases are parabolic in nature, meaning phase 1 takes the longest and phase 4 goes the fastest. Phases overlap and can temporarily reverse before continuing, but we always end up at the mania of alt season. It is likely that there are multiple alt seasons per crypto bull run of varying degrees. Guys, if you didn't experience the alt run of 2017, you've not really experienced an alt run. I'm just throwing it out there. Last cycle was lackluster. I'm being real. It sucked. It was lackluster. There were good ones, but there were also powers that be at play. I mean, bastards. Manipulating. That I think personally played into a part of that. But I'll digress. It's like a lot of pressure building up, so it's just going to help us out this time, in my personal opinion. That energy's got to go somewhere. It didn't get to go last time. I think we might have it this time. Here we go. Phase 1 is Bitcoin. Remember, this is the slowest phase. It gets really slow here. It's slow gaining momentum, until we get down to altcoin season, and it goes quick. Phase 1 is Bitcoin. Flow of money moves into Bitcoin, causing price surges. Phase overlap. Money flows into Ethereum, but it struggles to keep up with Bitcoin. Ethereum goes back and forth with Bitcoin and then finally starts outperforming it. This is why we keep up with the Bitcoin chart. I can't wait till we get to where we talk about how we're trading against dollars versus Bitcoin, which is the OG way, and how that kind of misleads you. That's one of the real takeaways from this, and hopefully we'll get to that. Phase 2, Ethereum. Maybe you can insert Solana in here at some point. Maybe you can insert Cosmos in here at some point. Maybe you can, I don't know. Right now, we're sticking with the tried and true Ethereum. Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin, and we hear talks of the flipping it. Ethereum's going to make a comeback. It's going to overtake Bitcoin. We didn't realize what a gem Ethereum was, even though it's extremely expensive. Look at the technologies and, layer through, whatever. Phase overlap. Money is flowing into large caps where we see large buy-ups happening. You're seeing some of that happening. Well, they plan it anyway. So from Ethereum, we'll start getting into your large caps, your other big ones, your other layer 1s, your layer 2s, the other little hotties making their way up that top 100 chart. And phase 3, Ethereum's been outperforming Bitcoin, so we got to see that in this market. Or Ethereum, or the coin and narrative that's killing Ethereum, is coming up, right? So we want to chart these against Bitcoin to get the true valuation. Remember, the dollar is not your friend. You can't trust what it says something is worth. It lies. It's been devalued all the time. It's fluctuating. Bitcoin is really the only true measure that you can measure every other freaking currency or asset against the world against. On Bitcoin, it's the people's money by design. God gave it to us. We're here to take advantage of it. It can make us life-changing wealth and save us from a hellhole that's about going to come in the next few years as this world just slowly declines. My personal thoughts in a nutshell. Feel free to digress. Regardless of the market cap, some altcoins with strong fundamentals are having some pumps. So we see money is moving into Bitcoin. It moves out of there, starts spreading to Ethereum. It starts spreading into the large caps, and then starts spreading into all the other altcoins. And it goes through the large market caps, the mid caps. So they just start taking their little times through here. And you say that the large caps have been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is where you can make your come up with your altcoins. It's this altcoin season that this is really the payoff for your big gains, the life-changing money that we're waiting for here. Every coin seems like it's going parabolic, regardless of fundamentals. Shiba Inu, Pepe. Memes are everywhere. Everyone is super excited, and you feel the mania in the air. The only difference was when we had NFTs also in that. Lots of signs when the mania season's out there. That's your you get out. And I'm glad. I've been seeing a lot of more people talking about that section lately. Some of the signs to look right there. Very important chart there. Showed you where you can find it, and I'll try to I made these available also over on our Telegram group. So basically, it says that they start with the progression of altcoin pumps through an altcoin season. This is easy to go over. The latest technology and the most innovative altcoins, they pump first and lead the market. And we see that, right? We had our AI narrative, which quickly died out in crypto. Still a big narrative overall. I mean, NVIDIA's doing great with it. You know, how's AGIX doing? Well, yeah, I would have expected more, but hey, we dropped back down, chilled out. It's hype right now. We have a lot of incomplete projects and things that are still developing. We're just not there all the way yet. Lesser known in the middle ground, lesser known, but still good quality alts that are under accumulation and Satoshi value. Always comparing to Satoshi value. Keep that in mind. Let that be the little coder right there you need on your secret decoder ring. That's the key, man. We're always looking for Bitcoin pairs, and we're going to start doing that more on this channel. That's the only way that you can really track your worth in this market is against Bitcoin. Screw what your dollar value is on your account. I know it's probably going up now, but look at how much this value has changed in Bitcoin, which worked out better for you. See what I'm saying? You can learn this, and the next time around, you can nail this market better. I can do better myself on this. I did as best as I could doing this, but I still see mistakes that I made and situations like exchanges getting kicked off of KuCoin screwed my little Bitcoin thing up a little bit. I have not quite recovered Bitcoin wise from that, and it kind of pisses me off. That was the whole reason I was doing it. Old OG coins, dead coins, even complete garbage are pumping at the end of altcoin season. This is the warning signs when you see that happening. This next part was very, very interesting, and I hope this is not boring everybody because it can, but this is the alpha. This is how you learn how this market works. Dumb money versus smart money comparison. Again, I want to draw your attention to the date on this, May 2nd, 2021, when he threw this OG information that was already out there. He made some graphics over here. Shout out to Secrets of Crypto. I don't even know if he's posted anything since all this time. I think he puts a little post. This is a pin post. I think he puts posts up here seasonally about what he's doing, which I think is kind of cool. Just trying to help a brother out. Dumb money. Now tell me if this sounds familiar to you, okay? Tell me if you've been in this thought process. I seen it today by a pro trader that claims 15 years experience, which makes me wonder what's taking you so long to learn how this stuff goes out. Why are you charging people money if you're going to not even follow your own rules? That's just my thought. That my head's over here. Over here's where we start. Altcoins suck. 100% of them are scams, man. That's where I'm out here at the bottom of the bear market. And then things go up. Oh, this altcoin's gonna be huge. I want to buy me some. Buying right there on that peak. See that right above my head? Right there. Well, it comes back down. All right, you're not going to the moon. These stupid altcoins, they are such a scam. I knew it was too good. I knew it was too good to be true. Time to dump it. Dump it right here at the bottom. And then what happens when you sell? When you get tired? When they play you out? I'm tired of holding this coin, man. Looks like I got some that I've been holding. I'm tired of holding up too. Hello, I'm talking to you, Time. I'm talking to you, QNT. Talking to you, Taboo. I'm talking to a lot of you coins. But as soon as you get tired, you let them win that game and you sell when we're at the bottom of the market. Baby, they won. Altcoin go up. What? This altcoin's actually going up. Oh, I feel the FOMO. It keeps going up, and then he buys it. Well, I want to watch it. I knew this would be big. I mean, of course, I had to have this altcoin. Even my most well-respected influencer just talked about it. BitBoy just told me about it. BitBoy says this one's a good time to get in. I'm going to load up. And then you make some money, man. You say, oh, look, I went up 50%. Woo, I'm nailing it, baby. I'm nailing it. We're going to have the life-changing money. I knew it because I'm the best. Here's where your ego kicks in, and this is what you see. It's my number one warning for influencers. If you're following somebody that really gets in their ego and they know where price is going to go, sometimes they claim that they don't know where it's going to go. It's usually when they're not on the winning streak, but you see them get all cocky, and beware of ego. Ego, man. This market, if you've truly been through it, it will humble you. You realize that, oh man, I can kick my ass in a heartbeat. Respect the market. That helps keep you humble. God should help keep you humble. But when you start bragging, when I see people bragging about themselves, my life experience has always showed me that they lack the skills to actually have that. That's them making up for that. I find that to be true here in crypto too. I knew it. I'm the best. We're literally taking over the world. And then it starts coming down as usual. You buy, and then all of a sudden it's not going. But that's okay. We're just going to buy the dip. It's still going to go up. And then here it comes tumbling down. But you're like convinced, well, this is a good price floor, man. It'll stay here. We're just going to accumulate and it's going to go up, and then boom, you're in the middle of the bear market land. Damn, we just figured out we got here. And that's how the bear market works. You don't know you're in it until you're in it. Signs are confirmed, because until then it's hopium. Same things you were feeling on this ride up, man. You'll feel those same things, that same hopium. Well, it could be making another leg up. It could be, and then it doesn't. At one point, we go through that in this market. Our goal is to identify that early as we can. Before that, as we're trying to learn here, our goal is to come up with a plan to incrementally pull out our profits, if you want to call them that. Maybe trade over into stablecoin on the way up and avoid all this mess on the way down and really nail this market. That's you're layering out. I can't stress, especially in retrospect, how important that strategy is. And this guy taking in that example 10% out, everyone, maybe you want to do 5%, everyone, but you need to, when things are going really good, you need to have something set in stone, especially on your long-term bags. Your trading bags, you might be playing a little different, but your long-term bags, you definitely need to do that. The whole goal is to try to get as much as you can when nobody wants it, so that you have more to peel off as the price goes up. And if you get into too many projects, like I'm prone to do, you kind of screw that up a little bit. I can admit that. I'm still working on that. I'm an addict. I can't help it. I want them all. I can't get them all. I'm guilty. I try to confine that to my Degen bags, but my Degen likes to confuse me. Well, this one ought to be a hold bag. Let's shift it over to this wallet. That Degen, I'll tell you what. So here we go, same thing. Everybody's selling. I knew all the way. This is magical internet money. So this is how we looked at it. And does this ring familiar? You know, does this ring familiar? When you buy, it goes down, and when you sell, it pumps. And then when you buy in, it starts working down, and you still got the hope, and you hold in, knowing that it's going to go back up, and then it doesn't. And you're like, you're left holding the bag. Because I think we can all identify with that, right? Well, that's how the dumb money looks at it. How does the smart money look at it? This is where we change our perspective. This is what I've been trying to drive home for my whole channel. This is I've been doing it, and also making sure that, you know, I'm reinforcing these things in myself too. But this, through all my pain, I have found this to be the plan, and I had this plan ahead of time, and you should too. Not just now, but every cycle. Smart money looks at that whole situation totally different. Everything's down at the bottom. Nobody wants to touch it. And smart money is saying, you know, I did my fundamental research, man. I checked this thing out. It's a solid project. I think it's got legs. It looks good on technology. It's very undervalued. It looks like it actually has a use case. It's not just an ape coin, meme coin, something, whatever, that's not going to do something. This one actually has a use, whether it's in DeFi or whether it's in helping a chain out or whether it's actually got something, whatever, something is propelling us forward. Something is making a difference in the world. But they all say, we're going to revolutionize the world. Every one of them says that. So don't take it at face value. You got to dig a little deeper. When it popped up there, what did this guy do? This is when the first guy said, let's pump it. I need to buy now. This guy's saying, hey man, it's a good place to take some profit. When it goes back down, I can just double my bags. Yeah, nice free pump. I should sell about 10% and I'll buy back again if it drops down. Now I like that. Now he sold 10%. My Degen would be at least selling probably about half. But that's nice too, 10%. And buying back when they come back. Because I can't believe people are selling at these prices. It's like a clearance sale. What a bargain. You see on the red candle days, the thumbnails are up like, it's time to go shopping, baby. That's the right idea. It's the ones that say, oh, we're going to 310K. Those are the ones you want to, don't listen to those people who look at the ones saying, crypto sales today. Are you buying or are you going to wait for next week's discount? So here we are, and every pump up when everybody else is trying to FOMO in, oh, that coin's moving. It's a winner. I need to jump in. I want to be part of a winning team. If I jump in now, I am part of this winning trade overall that everybody else is hyped about and making money of. Now I'm part of that club too. I bought here. That's what's going on inside you, right? It's what I felt. I mean, it does. That's when you break it down and look at it. That's what's going on. It's your ego getting stroked. But this guy is saying, hey, man, that's a great place to take some profit, man. I'm going to peel off and realize some profits. And here we go. Wow, 20x or average price. I'm going to sell 25% of my remaining bag. Oh, this is crazy. It's just going up vertical line, man. 50x. I'm crazy not to take my profits now. Smart money, I just made the money. Well, this could be beginning of the end. I should probably sell another chunk. Didn't sell it all. Did you catch that? Did not sell it all. Always sell in portions. That's a hard lesson for me to learn. But after you see projects take off without you, after you got out of that, yeah, my rule is I'm trying never to sell more than 50% of my bag if it's something I'm holding like this. Try to always maintain at least 50% of that. And so far that works, except for when I screw it up by not paying attention to some market orders. Market analysis indicates that we could be no longer in a bear trend. I'm going to sell another chunk just in case. And I'll hold some for long term if it's good. So he's saying, man, we're here at the point, I don't know, it could go up, it could go down. This is probably a good time for me to sell just a little bit more. Even though he missed, he sold up here at the top, still holding some. Some people might be totally out on here. I would be tempted maybe with the crossing a certain trend line and certain crossings of moving averages on certain time frames to maybe be a little bit more out than not. And then when it all comes over, we're back in accumulation and the guy's looking at it and buy. So a totally different mindset from the way the dumb money looks at it and the way smart money looks at it. And this is what you got to train yourself to look at it. Those red days are opportunity. Those green days are hot, man. No, don't touch it. It's a trick. It's fire. Stay away from that green candle. It will burn you. The green ones burn you. The red ones taste like cherry soda pop. Delicious. Drink them all day long. Tip number 6, since altcoin season is a function of the new participants flooding into the crypto market, you have to understand the flow of the crowd. The best way to play the cycle is to be one step ahead of the crowd, as demonstrated in the graphic below. Flow of the crowd during the 4-year cycle, crypto cycle. Stage 1. In the midst of the bear market, no one wants to touch Bitcoin because it's always going down to 3K. There's no way it's not going to 3K. We're going to hit 10K, or 12K, and then 10K, and then we're dropping down to 3,500. And if we're going to go to 3,500, might as well call it 3,000 or even 0. That's all you hear, man, and that's when your signals say, man, this Bitcoin is in like a good place to get in. Crypto Savvy is just calling for more down, let us go into hell. It's time to buy. And then when Bitcoin makes a parabolic move, when it starts going up like we saw last year in January, and we started making higher highs and higher lows, more people start coming in. Oh, we're moving. And then altcoins go down significantly in Satoshi value. This is the key I want you to take away from here. The smart money accumulates Bitcoin with dollars here at this stage 1 when nobody wants to touch Bitcoin. That's why I was big on getting into Bitcoin here. I wanted to make sure that I was definitely DCAing everything, buying everything as cheap as I could in Bitcoin. It didn't matter if the value was going down. I'm stacking Bitcoin as close as I can. 20,000, 15,000, which, yeah, I made a buy there, 15.6, I think. It nailed it. It's a fib thing. It was nothing I did. I went by the fibs, what it told me to do, and it worked. Accumulating Bitcoin with dollars, and then when Bitcoin starts making those parabolic moves to the upside, kind of like what we've seen lately, a crowd start flooding into Bitcoin, altcoins start going down to Satoshi value. If you notice that, that's the main thing. That's when you take that Bitcoin, you roll it over into some of these altcoins, and for me, that's hard to do sometimes. Now, think of it this option. If you're like me and you don't, you worked hard for that Bitcoin and it's hard to just let it go, keep this mentally in mind and just use your stable coin. It's just like, okay, it's like if I bought Bitcoin right now and traded it right now, it's the same thing. So we're kind of cool here. But the OG way was to use the Bitcoin at this time. That way you're not having to take any more of your stable coin or anything else. And this is a time where you can draw that. So what we're saying is what you put in here, dollar value right now, or in Bitcoin value right now, will grow ultimately in Bitcoin value as our altcoin seasons start coming. As this market progresses, at some point altcoins will outperform Bitcoin. The trick is to get yourself in when they're low on the Bitcoin value, whether you're doing it in dollars or you're doing it with Bitcoin. You don't see many Bitcoin pairs. There's a reason for that. Hopefully we will get to that. Again, I'm just going to say it because if you look at your Bitcoin value on your portfolio, that's what your portfolio is really worth. Judge it by Bitcoin. Screw the dollar value. I'm just telling you. It'll work for you in the end. And a lot of things that are being taught and learned and focusing mostly on dollar value are really screwing you in the end on this whole concept. And you got to throw that out there. And that's what I like about this. And to give him credit again, this is Secrets of Crypto over on Twitter. And this is old. This is old information from a couple of seasons ago. So after that, accumulate altcoins with Bitcoin. You buy them on the cheap. We come down to stage 3. After Bitcoin stops going up and it starts consolidating and going sideways, the crowd starts moving into altcoins. They get bored with Bitcoin and they want to move into altcoins, man. Do you feel that? Bitcoin goes, oh my God, Bitcoin's been here forever. 28,000. Are you going to do anything? And start moving over to altcoins. Get bored with it when it goes sideways for a while. We're just in a range. Yay. People get bored. And that's when the altcoin starts going up. That's when you get a chance to start seeing increases in your Bitcoin value with your altcoins are starting to outperform. And this can loop back, and you can do this several times, but eventually you're going to get that final altcoin season when everybody's going to be talking about altcoins, and that is when you definitely want to get out and you sell. You sell your Bitcoin to dollars, but you hold some Bitcoin forever is what he recommends. And I recommend that too. There's also some other options you can do if you want to get into like margin trading, some responsible margin trading, some very low margin trades, setting up shorts at that area is what I'm planning on doing, like 2 or 3x until you finally get the swing of the thing, because it takes a while. It takes a few months to actually confirm that you're in an actual bear market at these places. So starting off low level shorts to let you kind of build that up. That's going to be one of my strategies for some of my Bitcoin, because I want to make money on the way down this time. Trading group I was in didn't teach me how to do that. I had to learn that other ways, and it was a good learning experience, but they only taught how to spot trade on the way up, and there's so many other ways to do this. There's an altcoin research checklist here. Again, you guys know where to check it out. I would make a copy of that. All the alpha you need. The idea is a hot growth narrative. Is it innovative? Is it disrupted? How crowded is the space? Things to look at. Is the market cap justified? Is the team anonymous? There's all kinds of things. What's the community like? All these little things will be little checklists to help you determine. Well, is Harry Potter Obama sending you whatever in you coin does it meet these criteria? And we also now have Tokenmetrics, which I like, and I try to share that freely. Yeah, they do have some free services over there, and that's worthwhile too. You don't have to necessarily go and sign up for an account there. I did the NFT. I figured I don't like subscriptions, so if I can own an NFT and when I get bored with it, I can sell the NFT. That's how I do it. But that's just an easier way to kind of help simplify some of the fundamental aspects if you don't want to be digging through a bunch of white papers, which you need to do really. But come on, not the most exciting reading, right? It's not like 50 Shades of Grey. So it says it's important to be diversified into the most pumpable narratives in crypto. Pumpable narratives. Because it's all hype. Most of it's hype. These things are overvalued. I mean, just call it for what it is. Don't sit here and thinking, this coin is really worth this. Yeah, if you really zoom out, it's probably not. I'm just keeping it real. Or else it would lose 90% of its value or 99% of its value in a bear market. Fact's fact, man. I'm just saying. Don't hold on to your altcoins in the bear market, man. It's just rarely ever worth it. A few cases I've held on to somewhere in DeFi. Man. Woo. You talk about seeing a lot, or you know what you think, well, that's decent. Go down to the hard legs, like, oh my God, how did that much go down to $20? And then it pops back. It's crazy. But then think about it. What if when it went down to like $20? What if I really jumped in at that point? There you go. Don't write it down. Jump in at the bottom. It's important to be diversified in the most pumpable narratives in crypto. So this is what was hot. DeFi was a big thing, and everything around it was hot. We got a lot of other things going on now. We got DPIN. We got the decentralized physical infrastructure. That's what DPIN is. Yeah, I had to commit that to memory. I still see Pinhead's face. But we're getting some more real world use cases in crypto, and that's great. But remember, we're having to deal with hardware technology that kind of creates an aspect you might want to take a look at, because that stuff gets outdated and has problems. My helium hotspot miner being one such issue. So, I mean, there's still a lot of things that they've got to work out. Eventually they will. What I'm trying to say, a lot of these things may be a little bit before their time, even if they're legit and doing some things that are actually progressing the field forward. You know, it may take a couple of cycles for them to really get to their value, but you can definitely ride the hype train, which is what we do here in crypto to make that life-changing money. Riding the hype train. You date it. You don't marry these coins, man. You don't hate it. You just trade it. You don't hate it, don't date it, just trade it. Compounding gains in the bull run. Does this interest you? Would you like to compound your gains, or are you happy with what you got? I got 5x. Are you cool with that? You make it 50x. How do you do it? I got a lot of questions about how to sell alts and what to do with the profits. The answer depends on where we are in the market cycle, as illustrated in the infographic below. I am very thankful he made these infographics. Compounding gains turn small initial investments into life-changing wealth. How? Do tell. You have a portfolio of altcoin bags. Notice he has A, B through I. I'm not going to talk about how many letters in my portfolio. I am working on trimming it down, though. One of your altcoin pumps. Well, what then? Will you take profits to sell to Bitcoin is what he's suggesting. He says, do not buy back the same altcoin on a dip unless it's a top-tier altcoin. If it's one that you really, hey, man, yeah, this is one of my best performers. This one's starting to look really promising. This is like INJ or something like that. It still has a narrative. You know, that would be an example I would use. That one I would consider, if we got a real big dip, adding more. Otherwise, let it go. Let it go. Unless you're doing, you know, the moon bag strategy, which is a strategy I like, because you take your capital out. You still got a moon bag. Not selling all position. Maybe it can go up. You've got some options, but he suggested, man, take that profit, put it in the Bitcoin. And then you got two options. Either near the end of the bull run, sell Bitcoin for fiat, but always hold some long term. Do not buy back altcoins, as they will have a brutal bear market. Your other option is, as you're taking profits and selling in Bitcoin on these pumps, well, you wait for things to come down and you find a altcoin that's not pumped yet. If we're still in the bull run for crypto, use some of your profits to buy more bags for ones that have not. Maybe it's a sector, you know, some of these are pumped. Maybe this one hasn't quite yet. You're seeing these take off. This is in the same sector, same narrative. Hey, maybe we can slide in and catch a few trades there. It's more, we're getting into a little bit more swing trading and that kind of thing. We'll get into this. Or just buy the dips at certain points if you're early enough in the bull, like we are now. Here we go. Secret number 10, influencers refer to altcoins in their USD value because it makes them look better while Bitcoin outperforms them. Have you thought about that? Have you considered that idea? That's why it is so important to always weigh everything against Bitcoin. It should be your, what is it? Well, it's not monetary unit of account. And I'm always tracking my Like my Degen portfolio that I have on MexC, I'm tracking that little guy about Bitcoin value because I want to see it go up in Bitcoin value. And when it goes, I don't care about the dollar value. I see it going up and that makes me feel good. Yeah, but when I see the Bitcoin value going down, it's telling me I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong. I need to take a look at this market because I'm losing. Bitcoin is outperforming me. I should have just stayed in Bitcoin or went more heavy in Bitcoin. That's what it means. You're like, Bitcoin's a dinosaur coin. Then why is it outperforming your altcoins? Because you're not getting in at the right altcoins at just the right time, even though the dollar value says it looks yummy right now. Well, it depends on what your dollar value was with Bitcoin at that certain time. And I know that sounds confusing, but let's talk about it. If your altcoin is not outperforming Bitcoin, there's no point in being invested. Look at Satoshi value to know what's really going on. Amen, amen, amen. That deserves. Mic drop. Not for me. Secrets of Crypto over here, laying the alpha. Now, if you're in one of those paid trading groups and they've not went over these ideas and drove this into your head or consistently talking about this kind of things, then you're probably not getting the education that you're paying for. This should be 101 right here. Bitcoin value, Satoshi versus US dollar. Altcoiner buys one Bitcoin worth of altcoin at $2 here. Okay, let's say that. The altcoin is now worth $2.40. And altcoiner thinks he's doing well. His favorite influencer says, we're up 20% since talking about it. If you'd been in my group today, you would have made 20% gains. Yeah, what really happens is altcoiner has lost about 60% of his Bitcoin value. He only has 0.4 Bitcoin left out of one whole Bitcoin. It looks great in dollar value. But Bitcoin just keeps going up and up and up and up. And now to take that dollar value and buy that much Bitcoin, yeah, you can't do it. You just transferred your Bitcoin wealth over to the market and then influencers just helped you. But it's not just the influencers. I want you to notice this is going to rub some people the wrong way. It's also the exchanges. You need exchanges. You need multiple exchanges. And while you're out there shopping for exchanges, look for ones that have Bitcoin pairs. That's a good sign. We like that. We like to trade Bitcoin pairs. You need to get back into trading Bitcoin pairs to really do this market right, because you will have an edge to make that life-changing money. It's a proven way to do it. But you're not seeing that on a lot of exchanges. They're always going with stable coin pairs. Something to be aware of. That means you have to take a two-step process here to go to stablecoin and then over. And you know, I don't need a tax liability. I don't like that. I don't like that. And that's another thing that people aren't talking about is your tax liabilities, which you know, some of these paid trading groups might wake up to a very pleasant surprise right now in these next few months. Like, holy crap. Why am I having to pay so many taxes on the short-term gains? I thought you said if I made 3% a day and did it 10 times, like I could be lucky to make 10 winning trades making 3% each day, but I could easily be successful in crypto. Why am I having to pay out more than 70% in taxes? What happened? And I'm down. I've not even made profit. I'm just saying. People join the groups, though, a lot like for the same reasons that they buy those green candles, is to be part of a winning team, and they're being told that it's a winning team all the time. Those proofs of that are seldomly shown, other than a chart saying, look, if you've been on our group, you could have got this 80% move. Maybe. Maybe somebody posted a chart there. Maybe you would have seen it. Maybe you would have said, oh, that does look good. Maybe. No guarantees. This chart right here is to remind us to aim to sell most of your position in the top third of the cycle. Top third of the cycle. Analyzing the previous two cycles, and this is 2013, 2017. Now we've got, 2021 to add on to that. Both times it took place around the new year. To maximize gains, you want to be averaging out the heaviest in this 40-day period. When things are getting up, take some profit. You got to work on an exit strategy. There's a small window when things just really take off, and you need to be prepared by then. Make sure you got your ducks in line. Everything's unstaked. You got things available to transfer or make your transactions, limited orders. You know, but it's easier if you're just peeling off a little bit on that way up than trying to do it all at one time or trying to time the tops and things. I'm telling you, it just is. All right, so I want to leave the rest of this. I think we've gotten over this, but he's also got something here about building a safe infrastructure for cryptocurrency investment, how to do your wallets, how to interact with them, how to use different wallets for different purposes. Yeah, spend some time here. We're not going to go over this here, but and things have even improved since then. Keep this in mind, but keeping things separate is a good thing, not keeping them all together. I know airdrops, well, that could work for or against you, either way you want to look at it. How spread you out you are, I guess, depending, but keep things separate. And by gosh, that leads me right into Tangem, because SIM card swaps, that's one of the biggest hacks that you're going to see on the phones, and they're getting worse and worse. A good air gap wallet, Tangem is one such that you can help avoid that. Your hot wallets on here store a seed phrase. If they ever gain access to your phone, access to your files and stuff, they can get all that information. Can't even go into those hot wallet programs themselves, because you ask it for you to give your seed phrase. It says, there's your seed phrase, right? Make sure you write it down. It's stored in your dang phone. It's gone. Your phone gets hacked, it's gone. It's gone. Tangem and any air gap wallet, even your ledger and things like that, help with that. Tangem, especially since it doesn't use a seed phrase, but you need something. Now I can use my phone with Tangem, but somebody gets my phone or somebody gets my card, it does them no good. It's got to have me in the equation for this thing to work. So cool. All right, guys, that's all I've got for over this, but some good reading over there. And I post links to it over in the Telegram group, but and you can go to Twitter or X. Twitter X is what I'm going to call it. Look it up yourself. But this is how the game's played, people. A good rundown of it. Now, there's some other intricacies that will kind of bear their heads, but that is a good gist of it with infographics, and you see this one all the time. You see this one all the time. All right. We can jump over to the my lecture's over now. Let's see what we got going over here. We got Joe Trade Intuition over here. Dave P. Haven. I just ordered the soft phone. I was worried they would close pre-order window. You know, I was going to do that. And what killed it for me was I went through that process, and it gave you the option to hook up your wallet, right? So I hooked up my Phantom wallet, and then I've got to give out information. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm not liking this at all. I'm putting a name, even though I'm, technically cool with it. I didn't like the actual idea. That's a way to name it, to put an identifier with the wallet address. I'm not cool with that, but that's what they had. But I'm thinking, all right, but I should be able to buy this with crypto, right? You're asking for my wallet address. Come on. Well, I get through the process and they want a credit card. And I'm like, really? That was the last straw that made me think. And I know it's probably fine. It's $450. Killer deal. But for me, I didn't want to, I'm not trying to run up any credit card debt. I'm out of debt. That's one of the first things that you need to do when you get your windfall from crypto. Get the hell out of debt. That's the life changer. You got to stop being a slave. Debt is a slave instrument. You're the slave. If you're in any kind of debt, you're a slave. You're not. You have creditors. You have creditors. You have slaves. Which one are you? I'll just put. That's it. The borrower is slave to the lender. That's even scripture. And the creditors are central banks that control the world and make all the money. Stay away from them. But you can be a creditor with Bitcoin. That's the cool thing. If you think about how this plays out, you'll understand the value of Bitcoin. Maybe we'll get into it sometime, but not tonight. Stragos. We got Haven Pack. Trade Intuition. Love this. Oh, cool. This is our personal story, is all the thought process behind the smart, dumb money. Yeah, that's why I love that. That's what I like about Joe when in his videos and things like that. You're getting his feedback and his thought process on why this is and what to look for. I like the way Joe breaks down his charts and his videos and things. He's also going live stream. Joe, Trade Intuition. I forgot to say this earlier. We talked about going live stream, doing some streams, kind of like what we're doing here. Worth watching. Joe can explain some stuff, and his charts look so much prettier. Joe, I'm jealous, man. I'm supposed to be the Bob Ross, and you are clearly Leonardo. What you do with those charts, it's amazing. Joe the man. Dave, you said you paid with USDCs? Really? I didn't see that option whatsoever. Unless you did it with the card, like a crypto.com thing. I didn't think about doing that. That could be an option. Airhead. So yeah. Is that what it was? Because that would probably... The phone looked cool. The thing was, though, it's not going to be out to 2025, so you got to sit there on your hands like, did I get scammed? Is this going to work? Because, they got that legal language. But they did do it successfully once before, so you got that going for it. I want one. I have to go back and look at that. Man, I was moving around Solana and everything. I thought I'd be able to pay for it in a Solana. Because wouldn't that be the boss? Yeah, dog, yeah. Back 2024, I got this phone, man. They selling it for $5,000 on eBay. I know, with all the airdrops and everything came in. Yeah. All I had to do was pay about, what was it, about three Solanas all I had to pay for it. For real. Now look at it. 3 Solana, look what that gets you. Yeah, you put down payment on the house of 3 Solana NAS. I don't know. So I feel the FOMO too. I'd like to have it. I like projects. I like to get into on stuff like that. And I'm glad that window is open. Might take another look. Here on Bitcoin on the 6 minute, because this is where magic happened. This is actually where I saw someone trading today. I saw one. I'm not going to name any names, but they do charge for what they teach, and it was just wild because this was just going straight to the upside, with Bart Simpson down. But then what it was, they set up a trade. And here's the thing, man. The rule of the game is plan the trade, trade the plan. And repeatedly, I keep seeing this one person who is a teacher in this field just always bailing on his trades, man. And I can't. I mean, there's only one explanation for that, and it's from a lack of experience. So how else can you say that? If you had a trade set up to get in, and you got your stop losses set, but as soon as the trade starts going, the trade goes against you because you jumped in at the wrong time. That's why it went against you. That's why you going down. I'm just saying. So, okay, you look at it as something you expect it to go up. It doesn't. It come down. Okay. You got a stop loss. That's your line in the sand. Your stop loss right there. Let it play out, man. If you didn't want to take that risk, if you're not comfortable with losing that amount, you never should have set your stop loss there. If you only comfortable with getting out of the trade here, why the hell didn't you set your stop loss there? Why not? You wouldn't have lost as much. But instead, what I see this particular person do, man, it starts going in the red, starts feeling the pressure, it's not looking like the man, and then starts talking about, I'm going short. And I just talk about going short, and I'm sitting there thinking, dude, I know you ain't going to short the bottom. I know you ain't going to short support, man. You don't short support. No. But it can go, yeah, I know. So this person that claims to be able to trade like a robot, emotionless, let their emotions get to them, because your emotions will lie to you. And I'm not trying to bash them. I'm just trying to draw, this is how your emotions work. And it suckered him right in. Got him scared right there. And then look what happened. If he just chilled the freak out, maybe studied a little bit, gave himself a little bit more of a leeway than even what he started with, he would have ended up getting stopped out. He put the stop loss right up here. He would have. I'm just saying, but he didn't give it a chance to play out. He could have adjusted his stop loss. Could have added in. He's really certain about his trade. And the reason he didn't see it was because he's on the smaller time frames, like the 1 minute and everything. If he had zoomed out, because we talked about this the night before, saw this coming, saw the possibility of this playing out, that, hey man, looks like this may not, we may lose that 9-moving average, and it may come down and retest this area, especially this important area that we just flipped to the upside, 48,000. Why wouldn't it? It just broke above it. That's the 618 Fibonacci. That's a key level. You know it's going to try to step on it, make sure it's firm ground. Saw that last night. That was a very real possibility, and that's exactly what she did. Came down to the 50 moving average here on the 2-hour and bounced right off of it. Went below the 618. It did that. It went below it, but it closed a candle above it. Look. But that wasn't going through this professional crypto trader's mind at that moment, because he was so drawn into the smaller time frames. The whole show was nothing but the small time frames. And that's what happens with the smaller time frames. Now, for some reason, I hear him say some things like they can give you some kind of clue for how things are going to happen. And I'm calling bullshit on that, because it's not the 1 minute is not going to determine how the weekly is going to happen. It's vice versa. Now, you can catch that move, and that may convince you, oh, you saw the move when it happened. Well, this is the clue, the secret. No, it happened on a much bigger time frame. You just caught the turnaround. That's all. You can do that, but it does not determine the future. The future is already kind of set in motion by the momentum on these larger time frames. And when you get away from the larger time frames and spend too much time on the smaller ones, you're gonna mess up, all right? Just like dude did today. And it's not the first time, but that's the reason why. And maybe one day he'll figure it out. However, I will give a shout out by name for someone. I mean, this dude trying to be a day trader. He's not a day trader. He's not, okay? I'm telling you. The money didn't come from trading, but I will show one that is good for anyone. Jason Casper's awesome, man. He does that right. He's got a great system for doing day trading. So shout out. I mean, I like him, and he explains it well. He's not full of ego. He's cool. I like Jason Casper. I like what he represents. I like that he's a godly man. I like him, and he explains it, and he puts out information that is very helpful and explains things and kind of gives you some resources and things, and why he's thinking that way. So I like that. So day traders trying to do leverage and getting all that, Jason Casper's a great place to look for info. And they'll break it down for you. Speaking of leverage trading, I've got to do a little. I only check on this mainly when I'm here on the stream. So I've got a trade open over on Big Unix. I've got a couple. This was my challenge account, 100 to 10,000. Like I said, we got 100 to 1,000. Split it up, put 500 in spot, 500 in back into futures. Lost the majority of that, down to like $25. And my account equity now is 136. And I need to plan something here. Okay. Because I don't have a good take profit target. And I need to set something to take a little bit of profit. I'm going to run with this. What is that? $50.79. I'm just getting this from a fib. Will it hit it? I don't know. I'm definitely going to try it. Now I'm going to front run it. If I want 50,797.7 cents, that's actually a pretty decent number. But I'm going to front run it. Go with 76.32 or 30 or whatever I can get. I want to mix it up, front run it a little bit because it's a zone. Oh crap, I'm doing that totally wrong. I got to come over here and do it here. Last price, I got limit price. This is it. I have to get used to their new format. They've updated this. What were we? 59.76. Sounds good. 59.76.2, whatever. And I'm going to take 25% out. And so I'm going to put that target in. I'm on a 1 hour chart here. As long as we don't lose this trend line, we're kind of cool. I'm up already 100% on this trade. I've taken some profits before here. I've realized $25 from it. I got 39 in it because remember it's a small account. I only had like 28 to even work with. So we're coming back up, and hopefully I won't be stupid this time because leverage makes you stupid. It does. It makes you make stupid choices, even when you think, your emotions are geared up and you're not even realizing it. And they can affect you. Your emotions will lie to you and make them think they're logic, and they're not. It's crazy. So I got you set up. Also, I did this other one. I'm trying to do this. I see. My goal is to take $100, turn it into 1,000 at least, and then hopefully turn that into 10,000. Now that's a little extra bonus right now. I'm trying to take another one, $100 account, and actually prove that I'm doing this. But that's a small amount, and it's hard. It's hard when you only got a little bitty amount. That's why I think it's a great learning experience. And if you can do this 2 or 3 times and prove it to yourself, and it helps you hone your skills, it makes you a better trader. It makes you really kind of value the money too. Appreciate all the hard work it took to get a little bit of money up there. This started out with $100. And, I did this about a month ago. It's taken this while to find some good setups and see some returns from some stupid stuff I did on the spot account. I did. My Degen came in, so I've got more coins there than I should, but I'm trimming them. They're set up. I got limit orders. But now I divided $50 in the spot, 50 into futures, and my futures is doing good. So using the futures right at the right time in the market sounds easier. It's a lot easier to say than it is to do. But if you catch the moves, the bigger moves, that's where all the money's made. If you try to trade the chop, well, that's where, in my case, all the money's lost, just to keep it straight. So positioned myself in and got a good entry here. 44,786, and now we're sitting at 49. 31x leverage, which sounds kind of high, but I'm just doing my risk reward ratio. Got lucky on this one and got it right up, and it worked. So I got my position in, and it's working. And I'm up 290%. And I need to check on a smaller time frame and do the same kind of thing that I'm looking at there. So it looks like she wants to drop, and have I taken some profit? I did take a little bit earlier, so I'm good. This one trades only $18 right now, and I'm up $54 in profit. So this one, I'm going to come back and put in. Oh, where's my lines? I can't find my lines to draw. Well, that doesn't help me out. I don't want to eyeball it. But if I had to eyeball it, I would be looking somewhere there. 47,412. I'm going to give this one a little bit of time and see if it looks like we're getting ready to drop down just a little bit. I know you probably don't want to hear that in Bitcoin, but it does look like we're getting ready to. And I'll come back to this one. But I'm going to probably pull a fib and throw some limit orders in. And if they get hit, they get hit. If they don't, then screw it. I'm going to just ride this one and see how many percents I can get. I've got my stop losses set. I can't lose this trade. It's free money. Let's ride it, baby. Wait till I show you my fair desk trades. Dave P says, using Phantom Wallet, there was an option to pay in crypto. Really? Okay, I appreciate you for saying that. I'm going to go back and take a look at it. If I'm still in that window, they may be closing that window. It's a cool looking. I would like to have a Solana phone. Paying $450 for the possibility of getting one, even though it's going to come sometime next year. And I'm like, where is this? It's like, oh, right, the phone. Yay. Come in the middle of it, I'm cool. Airdrops with it, maybe. More than likely. Yeah. I may be FOMOing into one. I set myself up, so I'll go back and check that. What am I doing? Where am I going? We're checking out, Bitcoin here. So we're dropping a little bit on the small. I'm on a 3-minute time frame. Like that really matters. Get all this stuff up. I was using that as an example. So we just came back up to this zone area that we just obviously couldn't make it up. Support resistance area. It was support here, resistance here. So that's an area to pay attention to. Probably does have a fib. You don't always have to pull it. You can if you want to. If I had to guesstimate, what would I guess was going on here? Rejected at the 76 Fibonacci area, possibly. Definitely at the 618 area. Just using Fib loans, I go swing low to. What is that? Oh. Pull a swing low to swing. I'm on the 3-minute chart, man. This is a 3-minute chart. Is this going to matter in the bigger, greater scheme of things? Probably not. Like if you looked at this stream like tomorrow afternoon, this is me like so last year. Like Shaw 6-1. What is that? Somebody forgot how to work TradingView. Joe. 618's coming to about 48.888 right through there. 871. Could we hit it? Yeah, we probably can. It kind of makes some sense. One, it being a 618, two, it being like a double bottom scenario, giving us a little support resistance flip area right here. Kind of a key level to prove that, hey man, that level's still solid. My target's just a little bit below it, but it may bounce just right off. What was that, 48.9? Might see it bounce off that area or a little bit lower. Come here tomorrow and leave that there. Price comes in. Road dog, you suck. You missed it. It was really 48.88. A fib. We still got 48.7 down here. It could be retesting this trend line again. Overall, I see this is healthy and good. Here's something that I want to bring your attention to, and remember I said earlier that, you know, charts can be, you always hear this, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. Let me show you the news on the chart. Let me show you an actual example of that. And we're going to use Bitcoin over here. We're going to go back to January 10th. Well, right here. Right through here. It was at this time that the ETF news came out that we're getting a spot beat ETF, man. Price was run up there to 49,000. Then it was immediately sold off. Sell the news. But here, well, what's that, Road Dog? Well, I mean, it's just kind of curious. Think about this for a moment. How when price is driven up to the area where it would naturally get rejected at the 618 Fibonacci for the big ass move for Bitcoin, it just happens to magically go up there and touch that fib line and get rejected on the time at the time that they're talking about the approval. Now, let's think about all the front runners, maybe the people who had inside information and all of that. Anybody like Gary Gensler's uncle or something like that. During that time, if we go back there, check it out. To where are we at? January 12th, right here. January 11th. Ooh-wee. January 10th, I think, is when the article started coming out, right? This is Wednesday and Thursday. But imagine what's the prices going up in anticipation. Nobody knew. They were even saying that, hey, it may be released later. Well, some kind of news got out. There was some hype and run the prices up conveniently for them to just be sold all the way down. So they wicked everybody in and out here, cleared out longs and shorts, got everybody ready for a big move to the upside. Everybody getting excited and thinking it's going to go to the moon. So they had lots of places where they could take liquidity, but there's a lot of people buying on this big old flail candle right here, pushing everything down, and down we go, right? Okay, so here's the deal. I mean, this is old news, right? But think about the rules of the game that they're playing here. This is when Grayscale and all that's going. Early people coming out of Grayscale selling through this. The people, early birds are coming in selling through this, okay? I'm mentioning early birds for a reason. Like people around here about January 7th, 8th, right through there. 7th through the 12th, okay? The rules of the game in, after you do this, 30 days before you can buy back in. 30 days. You got to be out, or it's like wash trading, and that's illegal for, you know, the legacy boys. We'll fine you if you do that. But if you're a retail trader, we'll just take you straight to jail. I don't know. I'm not impressed with the legacy markets that much. So 30 days. Now what happened February 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th? What happened? That money come back in. That's when number go up. Everybody's sitting here. What's it going to do? They could do one of two things. It could break back and go extremely bullish. And we talked about this. I don't see how that we could just totally tank with all the ETF excitement going on and all the money that's going to be coming in. And sure enough, 30 days later, the money that was coming out all through here is coming all back in. All this down, coming right back in. I say this for a reason. It kind of puts us, this is now where they're getting in at, about 44,800 right through there. Let's go ahead and set right at 44,000. This could very possibly be a good floor level for Bitcoin, because this is where the money this is their position entry, in other words, all through here, 44 to 45,000. It's likely that any pullbacks that we get probably won't go below that, because the big boys don't like to lose. They know a few people that can help them out there. Well, I got some associates I can call to help make this happen for me, okay? If need be, I'll pick up the phone and the clouds will part for us and make this deal happen, okay? So if you got plans, reckon me and get me below my entry at 45,000. Well, you know, I got something for you. My name is Larry Fink. You don't mess with the Black Rock. I don't know. Just saying, it's an idea. It's an idea. Right now, we need to see this area right here at the 618, the $48,000 area hold. If we can hold that, and we are, great sign. If we do fall back, it would suck, but man, it's not the end of the world. I don't think we're going much below 45,000 for other reasons, and also it's just an area where price can come back and get a bounce by our technical analysis. You know, inverted head and shoulders, certain percentage, it can come back and retest that area. It falls in line with that. So it may happen. I don't know. It's great if we hold 48 and flip it. So, oh, I'm done with this. Let's keep moving on. And that would be a strong move. And there's some indications here that, hey, maybe that's what we're doing. But if we don't, my gosh, the bearish thumbnails I see on YouTube, anytime that we get a little bit of a drop and they're like, you know, and that sucks, because the new people into this, the people who haven't been through a full cycle, it kills their, you know, you freak them all out, man, and make them make bad decisions with bad thumbnails. And I'm putting that on you, influencers. Be cautious about what the hell you put out there. You're getting clicks, but you're also messing with some other people trying to actually do something in this market, and you're playing with their emotions. Just throwing that out there. There's a responsibility, I think, that should come with this. All right, so I went over every little thing that I needed to go over. If you got guys on altcoins you want to take a look at, we got a little bit of time to do that. It's 11:49. Ooh, what we got going on over here? We actually still got people. I didn't bore everybody to death. We hadn't even talked about altcoins or anything. Aved, what's up, Aved? What's going on, my man? All right, well, it just wouldn't be right if we didn't talk about a few altcoins, so we got to talk about a few. I got some on the cut list. Yeah, I got some altcoins I'm pissed at. I got a big old cut list. There's some that if they don't start acting up. Yeah, I got my eye on. This one might surprise you. I don't know. Now, we looked at this one before. This one's Ironfish, and I like it because Tokenmetrics kind of turned me onto it. So I'm like, okay, we'll play your game for a little bit. You like it? Let's see. So it's Ironfish. And we're going to come over here for, you know, the investor grade. We'll see. Click that little guy, and you've got, really? You were the hot little thing. And you're not so hot anymore. This is one that Ian was picking out to be a possible 100x. I see that they don't have much here as far as the analysis, though, fundamentally. Interesting. Ironfish. But being a 100x possibility, you know, hurt my ears a little bit. I'm finding that it's hard for me to find here. I'm not liking that. We're going to check this little guy out, Ironfish, right here. $1.71. Seamless Safe Crypto. Ironfish encrypts every transaction, shielding your sensitive assets information from public view with read-only view keys. You remain compliant and in control. Anyway, they're on my cutting block. Yeah. Maybe. If I don't start seeing something, I don't want the opportunity cost. Are you doing something? Because you've been kind of a disappointment to me, man. I've been looking for some possible, you know, trying to do something things and you're not. She went parabolic, and then when they go parabolic, they go sideways and down. Kind of like the thing we saw on earlier. Once they run, dude, you need to leave them alone. Well, oh, this is a good place to buy. This is a good place to buy. This might be a decent place where it's at now, 172. But she went parabolic, lost that, and then here we are. And you see this every freaking time. Just about every freaking time. It, you know, when the emotions that you feel when things are going up, like they just keep going on. It's a strong coin. Yeah, everybody realizes that. I'm happy to be in it. I even took some profits. Wow, I should buy more when it comes down. It comes down a little bit, and you're kind of like, ooh, I need to jump in now because it's cheaper. I got a better deal. And that's cool. You can do that, but look, you're giving up opportunity costs. Like that would be December. If it came down to $2, she snagged it. Maybe it went up 278. Maybe did something with it. Maybe didn't, but she ended up coming down to $1.50. Not fun. All that time, December, January, all this, what Caspa was like, wasn't it tearing it up? There's lots of coins that were just tearing it up. And you couldn't get in because you were stuck riding Ironfish down, or you, me, whoever. Just, that's how it goes. We're finding some support here on this possible 618 fib area. It's a little bit below it. Kind of makes me think that possibly could come down to $1.27, $1.29. Good. Or she could double bottom here, but she got rejected pretty evenly on that 618. Not pretty. Not pretty for real. Not pretty. I'm here on the 6-hour chart, by the way. Don't know why, but since we are, let's look at it. MACD series says, man, I'm bearish. I'm getting ready to take this little sucker down. We're going. So Ironfish, you kind of suck right now, and looks like you're getting a little bit lower, testing 129. From there, she might bounce. She could even go to 93. You got to call it for what it is. And she's got to go through some accumulation, so she's an opportunity cost at the moment. See if I want to stay in that one or not. We got JoyStream, you know, and I got videos about JoyStream. Is it worth staying in? I don't know. I'm evaluating. Is it? Because I'm starting to wonder. Does that mean you're letting them tire you out, road dog? You're going to sell and then it's going to go straight up? Might. Or it may have some freaking accumulation to do because it lost it. This is what this pattern normally does. We've been seeing it very bullish lately, right? This is what it does. It's a bearish pattern. That upward megaphone pattern. It's called a bearish megaphone. Even though it's going up, when it breaks, it should come down. It's got a measured move there. I'm still waiting for them to hit, although may not hit the full things, right? I'm still looking for this area about 0.013, maybe even down to 0.003. That's going to suck for JoyStream. Because she was up at 6 cents, and now she's not. Now we're less than 2 cents. On this, not looking too happy. What else can we get from this with the new information that we've found? So she's coming down here, right there, baby, at least right there, maybe lower. So, JoyStream, for all the hype that it got and everything, where are you now? You made a lower low. So, what to do? Well, I'm looking for a retest of this area. She may come back up to 0.036. You do that, I can get out and profit, baby. Call it a day. I don't know. Maybe just sell half of you because, you know, I got that little thing going up. But this one's, to me, in my opinion, what I'm seeing on the bigger time frame. I got to look for this accumulation to finish. And hopefully she'll come back up and give me a chance to get the hell out of her and retest this trend line. That's what she should do. That's my game plan. I'm just telling you. And then maybe if she fiddles down here and starts making some higher highs, I might think about getting into her. Not selling yet. No, because she's at a low. Well, I don't want to sell, you know. She's close to turning around at some point, so it just won't be the turnaround that you want for it to go up. It's going to be a turnaround to come up here and get rejected again because I'll keep my eye out. Maybe she'll be the bee's knees. Or maybe maybe she'll come up here and make this hellacious head and shoulders pattern with a lower right shoulder, which I always look for, than this shoulder, and just drive us down to zero. And you find out, Joy Stream, you can't really put video on a blockchain after all. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but they are a video platform. You got to think about, well, how does that work with this token? Do you need a token? It's a good time to start asking you questions right now. It's like, probably just ask them a little bit. You know, how exactly do you work again? And how come nobody's excited about you at this point in time? Not trying to diss on it, but maybe I'm salty. I'll pay attention to that. Make sure that I monitor my emotions. Make sure it's not going to talk me into doing something stupid. I'm planning on getting brought. He's got a good chance to come back up here. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. If it does, I'm going to lighten my load. I want to de-risk for a little while because I think she's got some down and sideways. Just throwing that out there. What's another one I'm not excited about? Terra? Yeah. She got lots of hype. Taraxa. Oh, that's a great one to be in. And, you know, she's just been riding this whole down thing. Look at the cup and handle to the upside. Where's the upside? You call this a cup and handle, it's a failed one, man. I'm just saying. They got certain parameters that make them valid and make them invalid, and maybe it ain't it. Everything that makes a higher high and higher low is not a cup and handle. I just got to say that. Like, you got this, it's got a nice rounded shape, I'll give you that. Got a higher high. Cup and handles usually don't have to be exactly. You don't have to be so anal, but the best ones do have more of a horizontal kind of lip line. You might could say it was here. You could. Now that would work. Actually, that's perfect. This could be. As long as the handle doesn't come down, you know, below 2/3 of the way, it's valid. And actually, I think if you took your neckline there and did it correctly, put that up there, it actually made its measure move, and booyah. And there you go. That, but this big one, the drunken cup and handle, the sending cup and no such thing, baby. You're in a fucking, excuse me, you're in a rising channel, man, popped out of it and it slammed you to the downside. Higher highs, higher lows. But cup and handle is not, because it kind of screws up those parameters. You could look at the support and the resistance flip here and say, oh, look, it handled out above that, above a scallop pattern. Could look at it that way, cool. And then she lost it and that moves over. Unless you're lying in the sand, baby, break down and give it up. This is where I have to bring you to the textbook, which is the patternsite.com. Because if you're following people that are calling for every pattern to break out 68% of the time, it's not because they're evil, but just because they've been taught incorrectly, and it carries over from one group to another, and then you're getting information that's not correct. And to me, learning about the possibilities of these patterns breaking up in percentages, that got me all into pattern trading. I was like, really? A falling wedge? 68% of the chance to break to the upside, which is true. You can put percentages on these? I can mess with percentages. That can help guide me where I need to take this trade or not. Exactly. But then you start noticing every pattern 68% to the upside, 68% to the downside. Everything's 68%. This is 60. You got a 68% chance for this break here. Really? No. But if you want the true stats, you go look at Thomas Bukowski, because this is the man who generated those stats. The 68% for a falling wedge straight to the upside, Thomas Bukowski is the one that came up with that stat. And he will tell you that every pattern is different, even if it's by a little bit. For example, this right angle broadening pattern, 64% chance to break to the upside. Yeah. This this descending triangle pattern that was quoted as being 68% to break to the downside is actually not exactly true. It's got 53% actually to break to the upside, which in fact it freaking did. Especially if it's at a point of support. I'm just saying. So when you're watching your influencers, there are lots of good ones out there. There are several, and I can name them off. There are some good, but there are some that are out there that are mostly, you know, you need to know where to go to get the actual answers. You can't rely on anybody on the internet. And that's me included. Don't take my word for it. I'm telling you where to go get your information. I'm trying to tell you how to learn this stuff. Thomas Bukowski is a great place. Patternsite.com is a free site. This guy is so excited about trading, he decided he's going to share it with the world. He already made his millions and retired, and when he's like 36 years old, he knows a thing or two. You're a professional trader for 15 years. That's still trying to figure out bearish divergence and still trying to control their emotions. There's something that's not being told. I'm just saying. Get your stats from the real places. And Tom's a good place. You can learn about everything over here for free. This is your textbook. You don't have to go spend a fortune paying somebody $100 a month to regurgitate misinformation to you. Go to the free site. Everything's out there for free. For free. Come here. I'll tell you how great you are. That's all a lot of these groups are, is just keeping you feel good, because that keeps that money coming in. Call it like it is. If you're running a paid group, baby, you call yourself a professional trader, you better be able to show it. Show it. And they ain't showing it. You gotta call them out. It's just going to drag people into this, suck the new people in, take the money out of their pockets, string them along, and they're going to miss all the good opportunities to get the real education and actually make life-changing money. And I think you're shortchanging just so you can get clicks and get that $100 a month. And I'm calling bullshit. It irritates me, and I have a problem with it. I'm sorry. All right. And that was my rant. I knew it was coming, though. I knew it. I get triggered sometimes. A little distracted. I'm very distracted. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I think we went over a few things, and hopefully you learned something, and this can help us navigate this market. Lots of things that we went over, you know, OG strategies, not from me, man. This is from things that work, proven strategies. We have to tweak them a little bit as the market changes, but it's still the same thing, man. Gauging everything against Bitcoin, man, even your Ethereum, keeping up with how it's doing against Bitcoin. That's probably worth looking at right now before we leave, right? Here it is on Binance. Historically, this area around I'm looking at 0.047 in that area was great. We didn't even make it down there. I'm just calling this from memory, just not from charts, just from memory of playing this before. We've been looking for this possible big, huge cup and handle. This has been taken for almost a decade to play out, it seems like. December 17th is when we entered it. This is a good area, in my personal opinion, for this to turn around. Getting into ETH right now looks like a good choice. It's front running it right now, but we're finding a partial decline here for this channel we've been in forever, since 2021. These are decent plays. Now, I can't personally part with my Bitcoin to actually make a trade for it. I can't. The only coin I'm married to is Bitcoin. And still, you know, we're still, you know, spend some of our seasons apart from each other. But these are great. If you were getting into it with Bitcoin, these are great areas. Here's the thing. Remember what I said earlier? You don't have to spend your Bitcoin for it. You can still spend the fiat money for it right now, buying the fiat price for it, but just monitoring its value against the Bitcoin chart, because this tells you what it's really worth. And when it comes back up to these higher areas, 0.079, 0.08 Bitcoin for an Ethereum, I don't care if you bought it in dollars or you bought it in Bitcoin, you just increase your Bitcoin value quite a bit. And if this pattern ever plays out, there's a hellacious move that could be coming. I've been waiting for almost a whole cycle and not seen it yet. But at some point, there's a good chance that one Ethereum will equal 0.15 Bitcoin. Bitcoin may be sitting at $80,000 at the point, or $100,000 when that happens. I don't know. But at some point, this chart suggests that these areas could come into play, and it's a good, slow, very boring way to actually grow your Bitcoin in Ethereum safely. Like, think of pools, DeFi pools, things like that. Excellent time to do, in my personal opinion, an ETH to Bitcoin pool on whatever DeFi you got. I'm just saying. Number go up. You're going to enjoy all that. Take that for what it's worth. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you tomorrow night, and trade carefully. And hopefully this has been productive. I hope so. Give me some feedback. Let me know. Let me know in the comments on the video. That also helps the algorithm too. If you can't hit the like buttons on your way out, because Elvis is kind of feeling a little funky. He's kind of upset because we're wearing the same outfit, but hey.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody. Take care. See you tomorrow night.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze. Every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice, ice, ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet high off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you wish really was part your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Show you like my vibe, pass my candy on my wrist. Bad habits, little rabbit. Now sit down, you can have it. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog. Got a whole lot of love for my dog. I see it when you walk my way. Nice big head, come and play with me. Freaky dog. Now show how freaky you are.
So I'm just gonna be away for 1 hour. Please don't.
If you like what you see, then please subscribe, eh? And if you like what I do, then smash that like button too.